How many viewers do we have now? Yes!
Nice.
Famous.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Well, I drew a map last time, little cheeky map of where I thought the desk was and the staircase and everything. So those are my notes.
We made some robot friends.
Made some
robot friends.
Mm-hmm.
Robot friends.
Yes. Who definitely scanned us and definitely know who we are.
Yeah.
And we are definitely on the wanted list for Mulgrave University.
Yeah.
And what's new? You know what I mean? Like, they stole from us. They should know we steal back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Fennec did very specifically also say his name into the robot when asked.
Fennec!
He was seeking that genuine connection.
Yeah.
Gotta have honesty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here are my coordinates for all future endeavors. Look me up. But yeah. Oh, well, we've managed to retrieve the book after some back and forthing and a tangle with, I forget what the name of it was, but it had many, many eyes and it was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it wanted to steal our eyes for its fun collection.
Yeah. But we blinded it.
Mm-hmm.
That was
blinded the things with many eyes. Very good. Got the book back. Then they were trying to summon more stuff out of the paintings, which had the creatures in it.
Yeah.
And we just went, nah, and ran.
Yeah.
We were pursued by, a good chunk of the staff and staff at Mulgrave. But Fennec took us to the skies, and we all flew away.
Wasn't there also a wall of force that was deployed?
There was a large wall of force that contained them all. That's, it only lasts so long. And oh my God, Ariel, I've just noticed the spider above your door.
Oh, Gregory.
Hey, Greg. Greggy?
Gregory is a Halloween spider that has turned into an all-year spider. So
I am 100% here for it. But I think now we're back at we're at the in the Cloud Top district. No.
I think you're in the.
You're
You're on Lyrandar Tower, so you're literally on where Skyships dock,
and we just got issued rooms and whatever we needed to for the evening before our airship came to take us to. Are we going to? I forget. Are we going to Salvation and then into the morning? Yeah, we're going to Salvation. To then go and finally, after a very long time,
how exciting!
To go and rescue Bibbit and potentially do some work for the King of Breland, Cash.
Yeah. You did also procure a letter from the Morgrave.
Yes.
The director of Morgrave, the master of Morgrave's desk, really, that you just smashed in half. Who knows what you destroyed?
Wow, they shouldn't take shit from us or, make us do really hard puzzles, which we can't do.
Yeah, you gave that puzzle a good hard try there.
Yeah, we did.
You definitely glanced at it.
Yep. I was like, cool, some keys, keyholes. Smashy. But yeah, actually, there's a. I didn't because we were running. I didn't actually sit down and read this last time. So so probably I'll read that at the start of the session or something. I don't know.
All right. So with that, you are currently basically you've been given or guided into the very VIP section of House Lyrandar, kind of airport tower, basically, and given very small rooms, still luxurious, but tight confines in the tower. There's not a lot of room here. but all of you have been given a separate cabin, so to speak, in the tower currently. There's food at the ready. There's a kind of a freshly stocked buffet. There's waiting staff. There's a butler waiting for you. Just imagine the best of like Air Emirates type of customer service there. But yeah, if you wish to just take a rest, it is 4 a.m. I believe it was early in the morning. Let's say at like 8 a.m. is when the ship is supposed to leave. So you have a couple of hours there if you wish to do something with that.
I think.
And eat.
Yeah, sleep, eat. I would. I think Inkblot, after being shown to her room, would probably quite quickly find Stan's room or Raya's room and knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello? Come in.
Hi, Raya. Sorry, I hope you don't mind if I be here. Sorry. And you see her like she's in her sort of, she's sort of a little bit beaten up and sort of a bit flustered, and she's sort of got the large book sort of around, sort of clasped close to her chest. Could I stay with you?
Oh, I'm.
I can I probably won't sleep much, but I don't particularly want to be on my own.
Yeah, of course you can. Here, there's. You can have the bed.
No, and you'll see like as she sort of like she's pulled like a couple of pillows and a duvet with her from the other chamber. I do not mind. I'll just wrap myself in the corner. To be honest, I have a lot of work to do to the pages of my book. All my years of study seem to have vanished from it, but I need to inscribe everything I know back into it.
Everything you know.
Yes,
you know
everything.
So much.
Well, I know a bit.
I think that's very modest, but okay. I mean, how many years is that going to take to get all that in that book?
It shouldn't take me too long. A few hours.
Wow.
Well, I have. When you have trained like I have, it's just second nature. And I'm not. The book does a lot of it for me. It helps.
I wouldn't undersell how much you're doing yourself. You're very impressive.
I wouldn't have been able to do this without you, both of you.
Am
I know.
I there?
Well, you would be in your own room, unless you've decided to walk out in the middle of the. Yeah.
I'm in my room, just talking.
Tristan goes. I'm glad we are now en route to rescue your friend. I'm sorry we had to take such a detour, but you have my full attention, and I will do everything I can. And I do believe that there is something in here that may be able to help give us clues into how the morning operates, especially now that I've lost all tide with Morgrave. So
yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to return to, I'm sure. But
hopefully not, to be honest.
It's true.
So I'm in the. If that's okay.
No, of course. I mean, I'm going to be up for a bit. I'm trying to. She's probably got loads of bits of paper that she's been like, the classic cliches, piles of scrunched up paper around her. And I've been trying to write this letter, that I want to leave with Zelaya, and
Yes.
I think it needs some work, so I might be up
Well.
for a while with that, as long as that doesn't bother you.
Not at all. I enjoy a writing party. If I can help, please let me know.
I could run it by you, maybe, just see if. So I think I want to have like a kind of tough tone, because we tried to do the play within a play intimidation thing, which didn't. I think that
No, the
probably,
cultists came.
Yeah, they kind of got in the way with that one. So I'm like, how do I make it, tough, and like, oh, you should be kind of intimidated by us, but also, I don't know. So I'm like, do I go direct? So I'm thinking like, no dear, no two, just like Zolaya, like straight.
No comma. No, not just at the top
No
of the page.
comma.
That's it. No.
Ah, she scrunches up the one she's got and she throws it like, no comma. Okay. Yeah. So Zolaya. And then like, do I just go straight in? Like, the heir was Stan Bold. Just like, and hope.
There's certainly shock value, especially if. I mean, your father was Justice Bold. So, does she know that the heir was Justice's offspring?
Well, so we know that she knows what my dad looks like, but she didn't seem to know his name.
Okay.
Because she just kind of described him. But I also slightly feel like my name through Gooseneck and Sons is kind of known. So it won't exactly be hard, even if I just say Stan, for them to work out that
That
Stan
is
Bold.
true. Well, that certainly is a shocking start.
Yeah, just like straight in, like.
This is what it is. This is why it is what it is.
See,
is there much more to say?
Well, so I'd thought, I don't know how much of the why to do. So I'd got the heir was Stanby Bold. She was killed in the Guardian Grove and her body was destroyed, which is not a lie. We're just leaving out the part of like, but then she was resurrected into a different body, and so Oh, I wonder who that could be. Come in.
Hey, what's up? Hey, it's me. I was just gonna check in before bed, and Inkbot's in here as well.
Hello, Fennec.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
We're kind of having a writing focused sleepover is really the vibe.
Cool. I closed the door.
Would you like to cut?
What?
Would you like to join?
Oh, I'm on the other side of the door when I close it. I'm not like slam. I'm not interested.
I'll like go up to the door and I'll. Fennec, go out there. Okay. Well, would you like?
I've come into the room.
Oh, sorry. I thought you like slammed the door, standing on the other side.
Oh, I was a bit confused. Writing focused sleepover? No, thank you.
No.
No, I was like a writing focused sleepover. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. What are we writing? Speed this along.
I'm trying to write the intimidating letter to Solaya.
And we have the most intimidating persons that I have ever met.
Yes.
When he chooses to be.
Yes. Okay. Well, what you got so far?
Okay, I'm going to do my best intimidating voice as well.
Okay. All right.
Solaya. There's no comma as well. It's important.
Okay. Yeah. It has
I mean, I think there needs to be more emphasis, like.
Solaya.
How do you do that? Capital letters.
Okay.
And then underlined. Just once.
Yes.
Just once.
Just
That
once.
shows confidence.
Okay. I also don't really know how to actually spell her name, so that could be wrong. But
That's a power move. Spelling
Yeah.
someone's name wrong.
absolutely. Okay.
It's like, you don't
Underline.
even matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Like whatever. Zelaya who? Okay. Zelaya. The heir was Stanby Bold. She was killed in the Guardian Grove and her body was destroyed. We look forward to receiving our wheel as agreed. Regards, Gooseneck and Sons. Okay, I'm not.
I have some feedback.
Yeah, sure. Mhm.
It's
I'm
about
sensing
truth. This is not about necessarily intimidation. This is just about truth.
that. Mhm.
So I feel like it would be good to implicate Ivan and his lackeys in your death in terms of like from a political point of view. So I feel like her body was destroyed could be something a little bit more specific. And maybe, you know, if I read her body was destroyed, like I know what happened, so I sense the defensiveness. But I'm like, that's a weird way to phrase things in terms of because you were sucked into another dimension, weren't you?
I mean, I don't. If you say so.
It was more like a
dead.
tentacly soup.
Yeah. Her body was rendered apart by a tentacle soup summoned by Ivan Forius.
That could.
Maybe I know I understand that I am the one who said tentacle soup, but maybe we don't use tentacle soup.
The thing I wanted to, because I still don't know what the air is or why it's important. But I think it might be something to do with that body in some way. I don't know. It seems like it's not just like you inherit land or something. Because there was a real focus on my mother specifically producing the air.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I'm maybe saying something specifically like, it's not just that she's dead, it's that you can't resurrect her. It's like this, if the body was important, the physical body, then making clear to them that that's gone. Because I would be interested to see how they react, you know?
Well, maybe the way we say it is Stanby Bold was the heir.
Mm-hmm.
Upon traveling with Gooseneck and Sons to foil the plot of Ivan, who has been summoning the portals to... Where is my lore dump notes?
This is great so far, Ink. I'm into it.
Lords of Dust, trying to free the keyboard. Harami Goblins. Mateus, just the Mabari?
Mm-hmm.
Mabari.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it?
Mabari, yeah.
Mabari. That's like another dimension or another like plane of existence. That's like that darkness plane, isn't it? Darkness plane in infused wand.
So yeah, Mabar is basically the plane of it's another realm where there's unending darkness and every light is immediately devoured. So there's manifest zones, obviously, like Sharon is in one, and Mabar manifest zones exist as well. So this is Mabari energy, so to speak, but the plane is Mabar.
Perfect. So, Ivan opening portals to Mabar. Stan's body was consumed by this darkness, by the Mabari energy, and was lost. Go fuck up Ivan. Regards, Gustav. I don't know.
Do we want to say something about the wheel? Because that is just a reminder that, like,
yes.
We made a deal and please give us the wheel, even though you don't like
Perfect.
us. Because that's also a power, like.
Please send the
No,
wheel.
please.
No,
Wait,
please, you're right.
Wrong.
Deliver the wheel as promised to the sparrow.
As agreed.
As agreed. I mean, then it's just sitting at the sparrow, and we're not there, and anyone could take it. Please send wheel to.
No, please.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm too fucking polite. Okay. Yo, send it now to our
Stan.
house. To Stan.
But,
oh no,
she's dead.
Wait.
Stat.
Right.
Not
Stan.
Stan.
I'm lost now.
Motherfucker.
Too aggressive.
Send our intimidating.
Wheel.
Send our wheel.
Basically, if we send it to the sparrow, we're not at the sparrow. So should we send it? Can we organize like a lockbox? Oh, we could send it to Orion.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll go with that. We don't need to let him know.
Yeah, I don't think so. He set it up for us as well. And you know what? I think you write this whole thing in capitals.
In blood. Oh, in capitals. Yes. Sorry.
The whole thing in capitals.
The whole thing in capitals.
Okay. So, should I read it back?
Yes.
What I've got. There we go. Let's see. Might need some tweaking still. Zelaya, all in capitals. Zelaya is underlined and possibly spelt wrong.
I mean, I could give you the correct spelling if you. No, okay, sorry.
Power moves, right?
Power moves.
The air was Stan be bold. New paragraph.
Nice.
Impact. Yeah.
Yes.
Upon travelling with Gooseneck and Sons to foil the plot of Ivan Forius, who has been opening portals to Mubar, Stan's body was consumed and destroyed. Deliver the wheel to Alden Dorian. Regards. I've gone with regards. Gooseneck and Sons. I assume that's laughter of you love it.
Approval.
Should we include the location in which her body was destroyed, so then they can at least go to the ruins, perhaps even see the portal that may be still raging on, being protected by the wardens of the woods?
I'm on board with that, yeah. I think that would be a good idea.
Just involve the location, then there's some accountability to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The only thing I'm worried about is them finding Moab.
Oh yeah.
And being like, what happened here? Or even that other druid that was really annoying that traveled with us for a long time.
I quite liked her.
Yeah, sure. But you know.
Are they?
Ove, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, what would that? I mean, I don't really know what they want still, but surely that wouldn't really help them if they're convinced enough by the charade that Stan is dead. Then how? Which I don't know whether they will be or not.
I don't
Then
know if
there's
they
not much benefit.
I don't think they trust us. I would not give them leads on uncovering more to the story.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be sucked into the political world of whatever the house name is. What has it been, 1.5 years that we've been playing?
Lyranda.
Miranda. To be fair, Felix not the brightest.
No, I think you're right. What I want is for them to be spooked, and now we've got a man on the inside. Hopefully Ash can feed back what they've been doing in response, and that'll let us know what happened. And fingers crossed, don't have to get involved, can just get the info and take action as that happens. If that makes sense.
I think this may be the best letter I've ever seen you write, to be honest with you.
It is very scathing.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm glad. Thank you for your help with that. I would not have thought of the block capitals thing. But I think you're right. That really does sort of add to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Be afraid of us. We know we have so much information. We really fully are on top of this and are
Do you know what, actually? Just to accept Inkblot's offer from earlier, maybe we just spatter some blood on it. Not your blood, someone else's blood. My blood. Get out of... Can I borrow a dagger?
I have this letter opener.
Thank you.
Is that...
It's too late.
You have to, it's like a wrist flick with like motion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if someone's been sliced, and we were in the heat of battle and we couldn't even think of it, and you were like, gotta get this letter out.
Oh, this was so offhand to write. It was so easy.
Yeah. There you go. Have my blood.
Okay.
Do you want to make me feel this, or?
Yeah, I'll take the bloody letter and fold it up.
My hand.
Oh, yeah. Get the. Thank you. This is great. I'll fold it up and write Zelaya again, possibly spelt wrong on the front. I'm thinking maybe I find someone who works here and then pay them to like deliver it just after we've left, Like,
yeah. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to tell her where we're going? No.
She can find out if she wants to, I suppose. But how would that help her? Because Stan is dead, and there's no point taking any action.
True. Anyway.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I have some writing to do, but
Do you want our input on that?
Oh.
Well, if you would like to help me, it's mainly arcane formulae. Reconstructing layers of enchantment back into my spell book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really tired from all the bleeding, so I think I'll go to bed.
Well, before you do that, I was hoping to. I have only skimmed it, and I've not quite processed the information, but I found a note in Morgrave's desk. I think there might be some interesting things. Perhaps not to investigate now, but maybe after we have rescued your friend. There are some interesting things in there.
About what?
Sometimes.
Well, it speaks of a wand found in some old Dakarian ruins. It is a very powerful wand that has been infused with Mabari energy. I believe it is what Morgrave sent Del to go and find. She says that it is an extremely dangerous artifact, and it has abilities to change reality. Although they're not quite sure about how difficult or to what breadth it can do this. But they say that it is potentially the final weapon that would use against the Dalkiri. But they were unsure if the Empire ever eventually used it. But it says that this wand seems to... that everything the key unlocks, it will also destroy. If by unlocking the Kani meaning, the Kani meaning, the Katani meant creating, and merely destroying the wand itself would revert all of its work. So, whatever this... Sorry, bear with me one sec. Everything all right? I thought she was in here. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry,
the dog has gone missing.
Is she with you?
Oh, yeah, she's on the beanbag.
Oh, thank God. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, everyone. Like, where's the dog gone? She's in here. I did think she left. Anyway, so it says, if by unlocking the Kani meant creating, then merely destroying the wand itself would revert all of its work.
The key, is that what the wand's called?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it is the same or a similar key that Ivan may possess.
Yeah, that's... if it is the same. I mean, that could be huge, couldn't it? If... not that it would be easy, but if what we need to do to close these portals is not even use the wand, but just get it and destroy it.
Mordain. Mordain. Who? That name rings a bell.
Oh, it's the evil.
It's the evil?
Yeah, it's evil, as I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well...
Thank
Young-
you, full detailed DM for all your careful planning and beautiful descriptions and emotive journey. Anyway.
Well, it says here that they trace perhaps where it came from. Young Master Mordain bought the key from an ambitious trader named Karas Kent. Karas Kent. Karas Kent. I know.
Is that the Harass who we know? Is that his full name? Is that Harass?
Harass. Who was Harass again?
When you first went to meet with him, he had quite a bit of like artifacts and different relics in his office, and he also, I believe, yeah, that's it. I think that's but yeah, that's his name, and apparently he sold it at some point or possessed it at some point. He's the guy who was friends with the council woman, who Guznik and Sons protected, or bodyguarded at some point, who turned out to be worms.
Council of Worms, remember?
I think I was absent during that session. I see.
He was super annoying. He was very old man-y.
Oh.
He came to the funeral, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Oh, that was sweet.
He likes us. Well,
Yeah.
it seems.
I mean, well, he was okay.
Well, you might find this part interesting. Mordane's later experiments in flesh weaving could have been fueled by the dark arcana of the key. However, it is unclear when Mordane lost this artifact, and there is little to report on this Therius figure beyond his resurrection and change in character.
Okay.
Presently, the key would require a too large of an operation to be safely acquired, unless it would intervene. Unless you would intervene personally. This is from Dell, and intervene personally. I assume this is referring to Mulgrave.
Oof.
So.
This is a bit of a like.
That's what I thought. So this key was bought by Modane from Haraskant, then stolen or lost to Ivan Forius. It seems that Dell is aware of his reincarnation, resurrection, of, and maybe links to multiple Ivans that have been popping up all over Covert. I do not know. I don't know what it means.
I'm too tired to figure it out.
Well, we'll rest on it. We have a long journey ahead of us. Perhaps we will uncover more on that journey.
I agree. Maybe some kind of mind map. Figure out some of these connections.
That'd be good.
Okay.
Inkblot will take it and will somehow, through magic, through getting a person of this place to bring me some glue, will glue it into her book.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, got the lid of my pen.
All right.
Yes.
With that, do you all go to rest in your rooms? To do a short rest, which is you have time for that. Not enough for a long one. Yeah.
Inkblot will spend. So this is a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Copying all of her spells back into her. It's got a name now. The spell book. The Closed Circle spellbook, which I will figure out how long that will take, and I'll let you know in a moment. And if she can fit in a short rest, she will.
Yeah, I think it's you can replace the book over the course of a short rest, so I think you can.
Oh, is that my? Well, because I'm.
Awaken spellbook.
Yeah, I'm. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of copying the spell because it's 2 minutes per spell level. But yeah, if I can copy it over a short rest, then yeah, I'll just do that. Mm-hmm. That is a lot easier.
Yeah, you find yourself almost like your focus goes back to the original book, and you start writing, and what you decide to be a long, kind of arduous task becomes very simple. Like it's almost like. You start to feel high, almost like as you pour all this knowledge into the book, it just becomes easier and easier and easier as you kind of go over through the pages, finishing again with the last sigil, the last kind of teleportation circle that you still have no idea where it goes or leads, but it's very intricate. But yeah, this takes you a short rest. Presume you wake up a little bit early to get to the actual ship on time.
On the way, can I find someone who's working around the station and offer them? I'll offer them 3 gold to. I assume that that Zelaya has an office maybe here.
So, as you leave your cabins and walk into the kind of the private lobby that you're in for the first class passengers, really, there's throughout the tower there's these large kind of massive balcony doors that are usually always open. For the first class lounge that you're in, there's also this balcony. The door is open. You've also noticed that whilst there's storm and wind and rain happening, beyond that balcony inside it's quite warm and nice. It seems like there's probably a kind of a permanent magical field that keeps away the chill. But as you kind of walk into the lounge, there's a better word than butler for this, but I'm not sure what it is. The butler of the first class lounge walks up to you and points towards somebody on this balcony, kind of waiting for you, apparently. And you see this, his back is turned. Seems to be a half-elven figure in House Lyrandar garb. And he is actually holding on to a rather large kind of almost like what art students would carry their portfolio around, this large suitcase. And you're kind of pointed towards this figure as if he's been waiting for you. Do you approach?
Sure.
Yes.
You walk through the magical kind of barrier. Immediately the storm picks up. You suddenly feel quite chilly. And it's almost a little bit dangerous. There's no kind of handrails or anything. It's just open stage, really, in front of the towers of Sharn and the clouds below. At this point, the figure turns around and you see a male half-elf, pale skin, kind of green almond-shaped eyes, medium length, straight light brown hair. You actually notice on his left hand he's missing a couple of fingers as he turns and goes, you must be the ones I will be piloting today. My name is Eberron. Lovely to meet you. Big fan, Guznik and Sons. I was asked to bring this along. I think you know what this is. As he kind of hands you the large suitcase or the bag from his shoulder.
What is it? I mean, I'll open it. Okay.
As you peek in, you see kind of a very pale wooden wheel, rather large.
Oh.
Oh, great.
Well,
You seem shocked. I can assure you I have the qualifications to fly any ship.
I'm sure you do. We hadn't realised this is how the exchange would go. Sorry, can I have one moment? And Raya's going to turn her back and open up the letter and scribble out the please deliver the wheel. Just and then fold it up again.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. The very apparently scratched out. Not gonna write a new one. Just scratching that out.
Yeah.
Right.
cool.
Still readable, I'm sure. Just sliding through it. And then very serious. Obviously, in exchange, we have information that needs to be handed directly to Zelaya.
Yes, I was told, so I can get this in the right hand. He holds out his hand.
But directly to Zelaya. No one else. Of course.
I have my instructions, same as yours.
Is he lying to me?
Make an insight check.
We're gonna read the letter.
I'm Ivan.
It's just, you know. Oh, wow.
With the 15, seems to be on board, on level. He seems rather professional. You know, he's probably a quite high-ranking House Lyrandar heir to be a pilot or to be able to pilot the airship. So he probably has been given the proper instructions to get this information to the right person.
Okay. I'll have a quick glance at the other two and then hand over the letter.
Mm-hmm.
The blood-stained envelope. Well, not envelope, folded up bit of paper, let's be honest.
All night.
Well, I shall meet you on the ship. It's called the Watcher. I'm sure it'll be a short, uneventful trip. At least as much as I can make it to be so. And he politely nods and walks past you.
How long is short?
Well, it depends. I will have to go over the charts. I can provide that information on the ship.
Well, we didn't get a lot of sleep.
There
Don't
are
worry about it.
cabins in the ship as well, I'm sure.
Fantastic. Very good.
And he walks past you into the lobby, and kind of you can see him disappear into the crowd.
I'm sure this will be fine.
Totally fine. He knows we're going to salvation. And I mean, this airship has come from
The king.
the King of Breland, but the driver is someone who knows Celaya, but Celaya is part of House
Lyrandar.
Lyranda. Fuck. By House Lyranda.
I mean, nobody can fly the skyships besides
Without-
House Lyrandar
yeah.
heirs. So it's literally, like, it's impossible for them to be anything else
not.
other than
Okay.
House Lyrandar
Okay.
heirs, basically.
All right. Well, that all makes sense. So, shall we board?
Sure. Go. Did we get that guy's name?
Yes.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron?
A-R-A-N.
Great. That doesn't mean I'll spell it like that if I ever have to write him a letter. But
All right.
Okay.
You're walking back into the lobby, finding your way to the ship, I presume?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you enter back into the currently you're in the kind of middle levels of the tower. Walking through out of the lobby, you join the hundreds of kind of shuffling people who are most of them standing in line, trying to wait to board other airships. You see the kind of chairs that are placed around, lounges for people, refreshments. But you go to the upper levels where the more basically the private dock is. Going up there, you see only a couple of people, clearly more wealthy individuals. A couple of them walking past you with mercenary bodyguards going onto a ship. A couple of adventurers are waiting there for something, clearly kind of on a quest of their own. You find the Watcher, which is a rather small ship. It's actually would be smaller than the Sparrow would be, but kind of manages to kind of contain more, if that makes sense. The Sparrow seems to be, or was at one time, almost a luxury liner, and the Watcher seems to be a much more practical, with many cabins, but very tightly kind of confined. But walking up, you see the pilot waiting for you near the wheel at the top of the deck, and you see a couple of soldiers, basically, like hired knights and guard for the ship, but it's quite empty. I would say altogether, there's probably, with you included, maybe 12 people that you can see as you walk around the ship. Aaron invites you on top to the top of the deck. Well, I understand we're meant to wait for somebody. You have another guest, I was told.
I don't think so.
Do we?
Um,
Have we
No,
forgotten someone?
we're picking someone up on the other end, hopefully. But
Oh, isn't someone coming with us from the King's party?
I was just told to wait until 8:30 to leave, as I understood somebody else was boarding. But if
Do
you
know
say
their
it's
name?
somebody from Breland's court,
Yeah. Someone from the King's court was coming with us. I forget who, but they were coming.
We should wait for them just in case. This is a lovely ship. Have you had it long?
it is not my ship. Obviously, I'm just a hired pilot, captain for it.
What, do you own your own ship?
I have a small one for my own. The house provides one as well, but I have not flown this particular one. I will have to get to know the spirit inside in a moment as well, so I will have to ask you to give me a moment to focus.
Of course, of course. Well, I'd be quite interesting. Would I be able to watch this process? This is the communication with the elemental within inside the ship. Is that right?
Yes, I'm afraid all of this is telepathic, so you're more than welcome to look at me, close my eyes, and stand.
I would find that very fascinating.
Well, in a moment's time, then.
Very good.
have you been able to find out how long the journey should take?
As he looks at the map. Give me a
Sorry.
second. I have to look this up.
What is
He goes into a deep thought.
Land?
What? I didn't catch what you said.
Yes, Ariella.
I'm on a lag. I'm gonna try and refresh again.
Oh no. 22, 40. Well, I mean, if I'm... Is it... Oh, no, you're not the blue line, are we?
God, where do I have these? Lirandar. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly figure this out because I can't find it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's just, there's so much with the rail. That's quick and easy, but there's very little on the skyship speed. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Well, you've got on the airship and lightning routes map,
Mm-hmm.
you've got blue lines that go to certain cities.
Yeah.
Are they the blue lines? Because the red lines are lightning rails.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is why we have 0 viewers.
No.
No, this is the kind of transparency people come onto the internet for. They're like other humans who are humaning in the same way I am humaning. Relatable content.
It's how all D&D games go.
Yeah, who wants to cover up the cracks? The cracks are where the best moss grows.
And we all love moss.
We do. Moss is great.
85.
But anyway, back to my question. What's the population of the Mournland?
Oh, God. I mean, the population of Mournland would be 0 as far as you know.
If this does or doesn't help, it's like 92 hours via the blue lines on the map.
Oh, okay.
But who knows? I don't. It's only because it says airships and lightning routes, and the lightning routes are red.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think.
So to get to like up there is about 90 odd hours.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you, Barnaby. Let's go with
You're
that.
very welcome.
It depends on, well, it obviously depends on the weather and the temperament of the spirit. But 90 odd hours, I suppose.
Okay.
Are you in a hurry?
Like 3 days.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, we're in a hurry, I'd say.
I haven't been told exactly what we're going to be doing in Salvation. What your mission is, and I'm quite interested.
Well, we'll be going into the Mournland.
And the purpose for this?
To retrieve some things.
You're after scrap then.
Scrap. Close friends.
You have a friend
Dragons.
trapped in the morning?
Yes.
Well, the standard procedure going over the moorland is to go far above the fog, obviously. I hope you don't mind that I wouldn't put you onto the ground itself. I couldn't land there, possibly very dangerous. But we would stop for a moment in Salvation, I think, gather supplies, and then I would take you above the morning wherever you wish to go.
Perfect.
And
And
wait
then we
for us to
jump,
come
right?
back.
Lots of questions.
You both of you talked at the same time.
Yeah, no. You
They do
go
that
ahead,
quite a
Fennec.
lot.
Oh, I think they're both really important. So we jump when we're above the Mournland? Is that how we get down?
Well, that is up to you. Featherfall would be something that I would certainly help with this.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, right, cool.
Or a very, very long rope.
A joke?
Mm.
Good one.
And you'll
Ryo,
wait.
you're...
You'll wait for us to come back.
Up the giant rope.
If you do not wish me to leave, then I am at your service. That was part of my instruction.
I feel like it would probably be good if we had a way to get out of there, assuming all goes to plan.
It will be interesting in Salvation, perhaps gathering information, hopefully speaking to some of the parties who have come and gone from the Mournland. They may have information.
Certainly. Well, and you actually kind of looks over your shoulder and you see a couple of figures walking onto the ship. One of them tall, kind of dressed in a kind of bluish suit. An older figure who you recognize as being the Prime Minister of Breland. As you know, you have not been told what you're meant to retrieve from the Mournland for the king. But you walk down to meet him, I presume. And as he opens his mouth to speak, we're going to take a quick break. And come back.
Fair.
All right.
I want to hear what comes out of the Prime Minister's mouth.
Yeah.
A worm. He turns into a worm.
Can you... Wall of Force, run!
So, Lord Ruckin, as you remember him to be, walks onto the ship with a small escort of Dark Lantern agents. You kind of walk up to him, and he looks down at you. He is quite tall. And goes, "Well, I hope everything is to your liking. The ship, I mean, of course."
It is very nice. Aaron is going to let me watch him connect with the spirit.
Yeah. A shame, really, that we can't hire our own people for this, but he was vetted. Please, if you would join me. He walks towards the edge of the ship, looking down at Char and kind of out of earshot from the lanterns and everybody. The item that the king desires is known as the Master's Call. It is in Metral, most likely in a abandoned house Kenneth workshop. It's unclear where this workshop would be exactly in the city, as everything seems to shift around in the morning. The reports we have are, well, either all of them are lying, or the city itself is just unreliable. It would look most likely almost like a scrap heap assembled from shattered early constructs and warforged. But it is a machine that has quite a lot of odd power. I will leave it up to you how to retrieve it exactly.
Cool. Yeah. So just to let you know, a friend of ours is in danger in the Mournland, and we're just going to swing by and pick them up before we get the master call, especially because they're a specialist in found specific artifacts, so they'll be of additional use to us in that quest. They're really an associate of Goosenik and Sons, so you want a full team for this kind of mission. Yeah, just a quick drop in. What was your name again?
Lord Ruckin.
Lord Ruckin. You like to create a ruckus, Lord Ruckin.
How long do you think you need the ship for?
How long were you planning to give it to us for?
Well, this sort of a... We have it down for a week on the books, but we can extend it if necessary.
Well, I think we may have to. It is about 3 days to just get to the Mournlands, at least another day to cross the Mournland to Metro, another day to come back to... that gives us barely any time to complete this mission of yours. So yes, I do believe we will need an extension on that time.
Fine. 2 weeks then.
Good.
I have to say, the only thing really, this item, I would like to deal with this personally. Once you return to Jarn or Rote, please contact me personally, and I will leave with you Nyx. He points towards one of the Dark Lanterns. She is quite a loyal agent of mine, and I think it would be fruitful for her to be with you on this quest, to lend a hand when necessary, and she can be my avatar, as such.
So you're not coming?
No.
Because of the whole running the nation thing?
Yes.
Ah, that makes sense. I feel like me and Lord Ruckin are vibing.
Well,
Can't
if
say
there's
for certain.
nothing else, I leave you to it.
Can
Yeah,
I
nothing right now.
this machine with power, this Masters? What did you say it was again?
Master's call.
Masters core. When you say power, power in what way? What is its function?
Is this a necessary knowledge for you to retrieve the item?
Perhaps if it is dangerous to handle, if we need to handle it with certain care, it is good to know these things going in.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help?
What are you doing?
That's a very good point, Inkblot.
That's not enough.
Winking at Lord Ruckin?
No, you would have to do
Holy
action.
hell!
Oh,
I rolled a good roll.
Okay, well, I'll stop helping then.
Well, I mean, it's an 18. 19 minus 1.
with an 18, he nods, and you see that he is reluctant to talk about this. We've obviously heard of the Lord of Blades, who a rebellious side of the Warforged community, quite dangerous. The Master's Call is something that would help us to sense the presence and location of Warforged. As you can imagine, on the borders of the Moorland, where the Lord of Blades resides, that sort of an item would help us to keep control.
And is it just at the borders of the Moonland which you are struggling with the Lord of Blades, these Warforged?
Well, they reside in the morning because the morning does not affect them, but they tend to veer elsewhere. They are quite nimble in their targeted attacks.
And are they uniform in the way they look? Are they all very similar, or like the Warforged that we may meet in Shan?
Oh, they're all kinds.
Okay. And there's no other type of Warforged that you wish to detect?
If you're speaking of what your friend L04 told us, who we've spoken to, I believe we are talking about regular Warforged battalions, not this these beings that L04 described to us, if that's your worry.
Just be good to keep tabs on whatever that was. I should go with Aaron to see the spirit thing.
Yes, if there's nothing else, I have business to attend to, obviously.
Obviously.
He nods to all of you, walks out, leaving behind one agent who must be Nyx, a kind of a scrawny-looking woman, or lean, as you would say. Clearly, obviously, fit and kind of has her muscle, but wearing kind of tan. I don't know what I'm talking. Wearing. You see her. She has like black leather gloves, all black jacket. She actually has a kind of a mohawk of brown hair, and strangely violet eyes as she kind of just looks towards your group, nods once, and then heads off into the ship.
A new friend.
Very sociable.
I think it's time for us to get on this ship and get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
All right.
Finally.
Inkblot, you're gonna walk up to the where the wheel is, where the pilot is ready.
Yeah.
As
just-
Lord Ruckin walks out, the basically the plank is hoisted upon the ship. You see, there's almost this kind of what you kind of noticed was that there wasn't a fire ring around the ship when you first kind of walked into it. There was this strange haze, almost like you've seen, like a petrol gas, or like the really blurry heat haze that makes it difficult to see through. And as the pilot walks up to the wheel, Aaron walks up to the wheel, you hear him whispering to himself, almost an incantation or some kind of a spell almost, which you realize is an oath, really. But he grasps the wheel, and you hear Aaron say, "Sovereigns and firstborn, grant me the 4 blessings promised to our people. Dominion over the air, dominion over the water, fortune for my family, and fortune for my future." As he puts his hand on the wheel, you sense the kind of thrum of energy coursing through the ship. Suddenly, the light explodes around the ship, the fire ring becoming a light. Aaron stands there, eyes closed, clearly kind of almost, you've seen Fennec do this, speaking to something, telepathically kind of, you see the minuscule kind of small expressions on his face. Make an insight check, actually.
I would love to. 16?
16, there's a moment of like frustration that goes over his face, almost like an argument that's happening. But soon enough, you sense the ship starting to move, slowly but surely, rising from the dock. You hear the fire grow louder around the ship. The other soldiers on the ship kind of find footing for the first initial inertia or the push of energy. But it just rises and rises, the Watcher, through the clouds, and starts kind of slowly making its way towards the edge of the Sharon Manifest Zone. Above the ship, above the city, the ships move rather slowly. So it's going to be, they're probably half an hour to get to the edge of the city. Mm-hmm. If there's anything you wish to do, but otherwise...
I suppose after listening to Aaron's sort of prayer and stuff, I'll thank him, and I'll go find my companions, and shall we go and, if we're going to be traveling with this Nyx, see if we can properly introduce ourselves?
Sounds good. Have you got the cognac?
I look to Raya.
I assume we always carry a bottle of cognac, right?
Up to you.
Then yes.
That's a character personality. Her ideals.
Yep. Not Boulder Eye, it's cognac.
Let's go.
Who says 8 a.m. is too early for some cognac?
All
Never
right.
too early for cognac.
There you go.
We haven't been to bed yet, you know what I mean? This is night.
I am looking forward to bed. But first, cognac.
First cognac. Hey, Nyx!
You find Nyx at the lowest level of the Watcher. You walk through, there's quite a lot of cargo room. There's a cabin that's specifically for the 3 of you that has 3 kind of hammocks in it and a desk. Seems to be the more luxurious, besides the pilot's room, obviously, or the captain's room, the most luxurious place on the ship. Nyx, currently is walking out of the very front of the boat where the most of the hammocks are, most of the kind of where the soldier would sleep, and is actually looking into the brig which also exists on this ship. And she turns to look at all of you. There's a kind of a glint in her violet eyes as she kind of almost like threat assesses all of you as you walk down. Yeah?
Good morning. I just thought if you were going to be traveling with us, we should introduce ourselves. Would you like...
I'm Nick.
Raya.
Inkblot.
And you're Nix.
I'm Nyx, Wild Wander.
Wild Wander is your last name?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have any kind of significance?
It's my name.
But like, you know, the words wild and wander have a meaning. Is that the meaning they hold in your name as well?
It's just what I was born with.
I see. So you don't know.
Don't know, don't care.
Where did you grow up?
In Charn.
In Shan. Where in Shan?
In the Terminus district, if you must know. I'm sorry, is this necessary? I'm really here to,
To work with us. You've
as
been
a
appointed
professional
to work with us.
setting. I
Yeah,
was not
and in
told to make
professional-
friends.
Sure, I don't think we're making friends necessarily, but in a professional setting, it serves us to know each other, know a bit about each other, see where we're coming from, I think. I mean, unless you think anonymity is the way to go when we go into the Mournland. Like, no first names, no strengths or weaknesses, no awareness. If that's what you reckon, I mean, I have a different opinion, but that's
Well,
just me.
I've obviously read all the files that we have on your group, so I feel, from my side, I know everything that I need to know to do the job.
Is there
Right?
a file on you that we may read?
Yeah, that would be great. Give us the file.
I don't have it on my person. I'm sure you can ring the ear of the Prime Minister and maybe we can provide one for you.
Or, and this is just an idea, maybe you could just tell us, like the equivalent of the file. Yeah, like a brief.
Sure. I was born in Terminus, as I said. My mother raised me and taught everything I know.
Single mother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the clandestine business, I suppose, a very low level. So it runs in the family.
When you say clandestine, what do you mean? Like thief, assassin, spook?
She worked for the Deneth House as a... they hire mercenaries and such, and she was a spy, I guess you would say.
Okay. So she's no longer with you.
No, if you must know, there was a mission that we both went on with a team, and the mission was a botched job. Most of the group died alongside my mother, and I was then picked up by the lanterns.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, you had to know.
I'm an orphan too.
I know.
What else does the file say about us?
Many flaws and strengths, obviously. Your qualifications.
What are my flaws? Do
I'm
tell.
unsure if I should say. Maybe this is... I don't want to veer into the unprofessional.
Well, here's the thing. I think on my strengths, you would have read openness, self-awareness, willingness to grow as as on that list. So I think hearing about my flaws really factors into turning those into strengths.
Well, you've been described as the wild card of the group. I'm not sure how fair this is, but reckless, vengeful, full of pride, easily insulted. I mean, the list goes on.
I'm easily insulted. I feel like you and I have a lot in common. Sense of humor not on your list.
Oh, do me, my turn.
I feel like this is not part of my brief to brief you on yourselves.
Nick, can I just say, I'll just give you a little heads up. Like, you've got the raw data, but maybe you don't know how to crunch the numbers yet. You want to just play with us because we're not going to stop, you know? It's just going to get worse.
Well, I'm on the ship to keep you safe whilst you're on the ship. I'm not a part of your group. I'm not definitely not going to go down into the morning with you. I'm getting such an echo.
Oh, yeah, no, it must be really hard to connect with people after such a devastating loss as your mother.
Well then.
Wild card.
Do you want some cognac?
It's early morning. I think the Prime Minister would not enjoy me drinking on the job.
Prime Minister's left.
Well, I'm aiming to do as good of a job as I can for him.
Well, we have like 3 days of not a lot to do while we wait to get to so perhaps any other time you will come and join us for a cognac. And I am intrigued to know what Breland and my file says about me.
Well, I'm sure you can ask the government to provide a file for you, freedom of information and all that. Well, if there's nothing else I have to...
What skill sets do you have?
Well, I would say I am... As I said, I have kind of clandestine espionage skill set, so I'm mostly the best at scouting and recon gigs, if there's anything like this. Do fair bit in battle, but I'm not a one-woman army. Definitely not.
And have you been to the Moonland before?
No.
I see. Well, be a learning experience for us all.
Well, she walks past you.
So that went well.
I mean, she's really cool.
Do you think so? Is that the impression you got?
Well, yeah, she's very calm, very chilled, very like, this is not I know, and fuck you.
That's so funny. I got seething with insecurity from her.
Oh.
Like, very vulnerable right under the surface.
It would be fun to find out which one it really is.
Yeah, what did you get, Raya?
I think more the latter, I would say. Definitely the I don't know. I think we can get her to open up, you know. I think she's, you know, afraid of getting close to anyone. But really that's maybe what she needs most.
Yeah. Kristanik and Sons. Healing hearts since whatever the fuck year it is.
We get them all in the end, you know?
Yeah.
She's a project.
And we love a project.
Oh. You're quite in the clouds at this point. There's low-hanging clouds. There was rain the day before, the night before. It's a strange thing because it's a pale light at this moment in time, almost like flying through fog. I would say, I think, who has the highest passive perception? That's a good question. I think Raya.
I think so.
So Raya, you would notice kind of behind one of the cloud covers or one of the nearest clouds, you see this orange glow for a moment, and then disappears again, and you see it again, kind of just like almost like a lightning flash in the clouds, blooming bigger and bigger.
Does it seem like it's a long way off, or like there's something approaching?
It's like something is flying through the clouds, approaching.
I'll tap them both on the shoulder, and can you see that? I've got a sinking feeling that I don't know, something's coming towards us, which is never good, is it?
What can I see?
Make a perception check.
Yes.
Whoever's looking.
I will help perceive.
Let us perceive together.
Perception. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Sick.
With a 20, Fennec, you look out and you see, the orange glow in the clouds. Now it's blooming bigger and bigger. It's almost like there's like another sun or something like that just heading towards your way. At this point, the entirety of the kind of left side, whatever that is in sailing terms, of the boat is kind of blooming in an orange glow. And just as you watch, you see a massive fireball flying over the bow of the ship, just meters away, barely almost hitting it. And moments later, with a 20, Fennec, you see kind of clouds part for a moment, and you see 3 robed figures, all of them on kind of crystalline platforms almost, or what you've seen used around Sharn, these sky sledges, sky soars that people use to travel around Sharn. But you just see them kind of the dark cloaks billowing in the wind as they're heading towards the ship.
It's Mulgrave. It has to be. They are coming. They must be coming for us. For me. For the.
I guess I'll tell Inkblot what I saw.
Sorry. Well, I need a fireball flew over the ship.
The sass.
Yeah.
Was my perception check.
All right. Did I see the fireball fly over the ship with a 6?
At this point, you would have noticed that.
Sorry, what was that? I thought that's a very beautiful sun that's just flown over the ship.
The people are attacking us.
Oh no!
And they're wearing robes and such. I assume they're magic users because of that fire display.
It must be Mulgrave.
Next, other dude whose name I forgot. We're being attacked. Aaron.
Yeah, looking around, people are definitely already scuttling to reach the top of the deck, running past you, so the soldiers. You're at the very bottom at this, at this current point. Mm-hmm. You hear shouting starting from the deck. You hear Aaron yell out that he's going to do some evasive maneuvers, and you immediately feel the ship kind of sink and almost dodge very slowly but suddenly. All of you kind of falling backwards into some luggage. What are you doing?
How far away are these people?
I would say at this point you saw them 50 feet away, but they were, close on your tail, kind of closing in.
Eldritch blasting. That's what I'm doing with a bit of repellent, getting them off their little platforms.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit difficult to do, kind of from the small porthole. You're at the belly of the ship.
Running up.
All right.
Yeah, I'm outside. Yeah.
All right.
Me too.
So as you reach the top of the ship,
it's crap.
you see flying alongside it. There's 3 on one side and 3 on the other side. All of them in the midst of casting something at the ship. Let's roll for initiative.
Why do we have so many enemies?
Oh god, there's lots of them. Okay.
It's proportionate to our awesomeness.
Absolutely.
Oh, I did not roll well.
Where is my active encounter?
Is it not in your in the thing?
No.
It has put your initiative as 7.10 for some reason. But you can re-roll that if you haven't rolled.
I have not. I'll just reload the page.
All right.
I just moved myself, like, as soon as she would have come up the stairs. Well, I think these are the stairs here.
Yeah.
But, like, sort of found a place to sort of duck behind, like, find cover, basically.
Yeah. So let me just check this, I believe. Yeah, okay. So the stairs over on this side, on the left-hand side of the ship, are the ones that go to the where the wheel is, to the top, and the other ones go, deeper into the ship. But yeah, you would be kind of all...
I'm kind of tucked in. That's where I would...
Here we go.
You see Nyx as well, trying to basically... There's barrels with arrows nearby that she is trying to basically arm her huge crossbow, trying to take aim. Fennec, how are we doing?
I'm fine with my initiative. I'm back in the map now.
Okay.
And I would like to Eldritch Blast the faces.
Well, at this point, you will get your turn. But one of the mages does roll quite high. And you see again, like as the clouds kind of pass by and they fly through it, you see the illuminations of the spell before the spell actually kicks off. So you see suddenly these kind of purplish, bluish lights coming, and then a cloud parts, and these multiple of these small missiles, magic you might call them, fly towards one of the sailors. Yeah, sure, second level. And that's 20 points of damage. Yeah, one of the sailors who were just kind of holding on to the edge of the ship is suddenly kind of plummeted or pushed away. Quite a lot of damage. He looks bruised. Raya.
Oh, I am so useless at range. Okay. With Find Steed, what can I get? Would any large bird, as in large enough for like a halfling to ride on?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be doable?
Let's see. Let's see what the spell says. Is it just Find Steed? It's not Find Greater Steed?
No, it's just Find Steed I have.
So let's see.
You can get a horse.
Mm-hmm.
So like a horse of the air.
A Pegasus.
Air horse.
I would love a Pegasus, yeah.
Let me just check what Warhorse's challenge rating is, really, and then we'll
Yeah, sure.
go off of that. Okay, that's quite low. 1.5. Let's see if there's any animals in that category.
Sure.
An ape That too?
I think yeah.
Wait, let me just...
Flying ape? Can I help you? No. No.
There's a giant wasp.
I mean, a giant wasp, is that big enough for a halfling to ride on?
Yeah, I would say so. Sure. It's a medium beast. You can kind of jump onto it. It's still risky because you're basically flying something that isn't meant to be saddled or flown about.
But I have a psychic connection. I have an instant bond
True.
with it.
It's true.
Sure, why not? Yeah, I'd like to summon a giant wasp.
Okay. Yeah, suddenly you hear from the clouds, you just hear zzz, as
Yes.
the clouds themselves seem to kind of form into a material shape, a very yellow-jacketed shape of a giant wasp. Let me just import this into Foundry. Did not have
What do
this
you mean?
prepared.
You didn't have a
No?
giant wasp prepared?
Yeah, weirdly, I don't know. Alright. Anything else with your... That was your action?
I'd like to jump on the back of the wasp
Mm-hmm.
with my movements. Oh, I can't remember, does it get its own turn or is it on my turn? I'm sure. It does, Okay. You fight as a seamless unit? Does that mean...
Yeah, then you're
Oh.
doing everything on your own, your turn, basically.
Okay. I'd like to... I think I'm actually on the wasp for the moment. I'm going to float up maybe 10 feet,
Mm-hmm.
staying above the deck of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and within 10 feet of Fennec and Ink,
Okay.
if I can. And I'll bonus action, riding on the back of a wasp. I'll get the get my lightsaber
Mm-hmm.
and light up the sunblade, kind of make eye contact with one of the mages, try and psych them out, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, you fly up on the yellow jacket. At this point, again, clouds being kind of... They're just hitting you like mist or fog patches. And then Inkblot and Fennec, you watch as she kind of floats into one of these clouds, and then you see this explosion of yellow light. And moments later, there's Raya with her sunblade. Anything else?
No, that'll do.
All right.
Smite! Smite! Sky. I keep wanting to say pig. That's not right.
Pig.
Sky
Sorry.
wasp. There we go.
Sky pig. Ride that sky pig.
So I'm going to say, for the sake of combat, to make this all easier, they are at level with the ship. So there's no too much height gameplay here, but this one floats closer. All of them hidden, so you don't really see their features in this, or features really in their dark cloaks. But Raya, clearly being a huge hostile element in the skies, will get this magic missile attack. Again, you see the bluish purple missiles just suddenly flying out from the clouds. These will do... Really? That should be much more. Wait, that's not right. Why did it roll a 1d4 if I did it at a way higher level? I think this is wrong. Give me a second here. Alright, well, you take 6 points of force damage from the 3 missiles that come through. And it will actually kind of fly back a little bit, trying to stay out of your reach. Another mage floats. It's almost difficult to distinguish them, like one from the other, as they kind of pass through the clouds and then fly next to you again. This one also takes aim at Raya.
Sorry, I've been asked to. I think I have to make a concentration check.
Yeah.
But the Foundry's telling me to make it with disadvantage. Is there a reason for that?
Can't see why.
Is the fine steed is a concentration? Is it? It isn't, right?
I don't think it is.
Yeah. So you shouldn't really have anything concentration going
Okay.
on. So just
Okay.
go ahead and
I'll just-
roll or something, and yeah.
I've just dismissed it.
All right.
No.
Cool.
Let's check this quickly. 60 feet, perfect. Yeah, this one mage throws out his or her hand at you, and you feel this freeze come over your body almost. You're gonna have to make a saving throw for me.
Okay. Again, it's saying these rolls will be made with disadvantage. I don't know.
You can choose that or change that?
Not on the thing that's popped up. I think I just click, and then it's going to roll for me. So is it alright if I dismiss that and just make it straight?
Yeah. That's weird that it's doing that. I wonder.
Do you have like an exhaustion point by mistake or something?
Yeah, I mean, I can't see it on. No, I don't.
No. That's strange that it's doing that.
It is. I will make it anyway. Normal. Oh,
12. I believe that's not enough. Yeah, so
yeah.
you on your giant wasp, you just freeze. You're paralyzed. You can't move, and you're paralyzed for the duration. Who knows how long that is? But at the end of your turn, each of your turns, you can make another saving throw.
Okay, cool.
All right. Man, that weird thing has really thrown me that it's giving you the disadvantage all the time.
Sorry, yeah.
That's all right.
I don't know why.
You hear the captain trying to basically wrangle the elemental, who's growing quite angry at this point. The ship is kind of shuddering. The fire ring is flickering in and out as another mage flies forward, getting quite close. Actually, yeah, I will say that this one will jump on board and will aim at... I'm gonna say at Raya as well.
Sure.
Have I seen Raya become paralyzed from where I am?
Yeah, I would say that you would see her kind of freeze up suddenly, just wielding the light blade, but then doing nothing.
And can I see that whoever this person who's now on the ship is aiming at her?
Yeah.
Cool. Whatever spell she's casting, I counterspell it.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been... Yeah, that just fickles out. That spell does not go off. All right. He looks angry and frustrated at this. And
Bring
it's
it.
your turn as well.
So from that point, I am going to I'm going to run up, I think, to here. 25. Oh no, maybe I'm going to get to about here. 30. Yes. I'm going to get to this point here, and I'm going to look at these three people, and I'm going to cast... Oh, that's a high level to do it at. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to cast Blindness at 4th level, and those... 1, 2, 3 within 30 feet of me all have to make a Constitution saving throw or become blinded.
All right.
Oh, I'm doing it. Sorry, ignore that. Can you ignore that? I've done that at the wrong level.
Yeah, sure.
I meant to have done this at 4th level. There we go.
Yeah, all of them fail.
Okay, they are all blind.
Okay, yeah.
And then I duck, I crouch. I don't know if there's any like within this cage and stuff. I think I used all my movement. So I've got 10 movement left. With my 10 feet of movement, is there anything I can duck behind this cage in the center? Can I get in it to kind of give myself some sort of cover?
So that goes deep. That goes into the like belly of the. So
I
it's
see.
2 levels down.
So
I mean, you're behind those
open.
barrels, which would give, but they are already blinded.
Yeah, I'm thinking people on the other side. So I'm going to start moving towards this this thing here to try and get some cover. That is my turn.
All right, Fennec, what has been happening on your side of the ship?
Blowing everything up.
So, what I'm going to do is a synaptic static. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's do that together. Kill. And who is this person?
They are all. I mean, they're all cloaked in dark cloaks. You're not sure who is who, really.
Oh, sorry.
which one?
This person on the ship, though, that I'm hitting. Yeah.
That's Styx. Nyx.
Okay. All right. I would do
Styx.
that then.
That's Nyx's sister, Styx.
Okay. I would like to get all 3 of them.
Well, yeah, if you place them template, can you?
Well, it's automatically like it would hit them, but it's not targeting them with that overlap. Does that mean that I can't hit them all?
Yeah. I mean, put it down where you think it should be, and we can see.
No,
Okay, well, don't.
you're not going to trick me out of this.
All right, and we're
Good
gonna
luck.
end today's session here with a no.
Because okay, so would I hit the one on the left and the one on the right or not?
I don't know until you put down the template.
Okay, fine. Have it your way.
Fucking DM.
Synaptic static.
All right. That hits the 2 of those. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
Intelligence saving throws 1 second. Again, it didn't do this automatically either, which is annoying.
That's right. There's a pretty light going over
That's
them.
true.
So.
There's a 20 and a 13.
Fail.
Both?
And no, well, 20 doesn't, but
Okay.
13.
So, half as much. All right. So full 36. Oh, wow. All right. So one of them falls from the skies.
Yes.
Dead. Not both of them. God damn it. No. Nope.
Goodbye. Sorry. Lovely to meet you.
One of
So
them
you
falls.
died.
And
2 of them fall. It's all about negotiation, is D&E.
You hear just as this psychic explosion goes off, one of them drifts closer to the ship towards you, Fennec, and you just hear, "Give us back the book!" And another kind of explosion of psychic energy goes off as it kind of tries to shield it from it. It's Ori's turn, apparently.
Oh, awesome. Something to keep in mind is that you subtract a d6 from all your attack and ability checks.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, let's go, Ori. Where are you, little pseudo dragon? Oh, you're so tiny. Okay. Oh no. Explosion. Let's go, pseudo dragon. Let's go. Why can't I move Ori?
I don't know. I
I
can
figured
move
it
him.
out.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. It's too far. How far can Ori fly? Let's find out.
60 feet.
60 feet. Thank you. Okay, Ori's gonna go over here
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna sting.
All right. Let's put him next to the wizard for the sake of
Okay.
this. But yeah, basically kind of flying around this figure in the clouds.
Attack.
Go Ori.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Okay, nice. And so 6 points of damage, but you have to do a Constitution saving throw.
All right. That's an 11.
You
Or
fail.
it explodes. Okay.
What happens?
I believe this wizard is poisoned for 1 hour.
Nice. Nice. What does that mean?
Ooh, good question.
Disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls, I believe.
There you go.
Hey, this wizard is not in a good way, and Ori's gonna go 10 feet away over here.
All right.
Actually, no, Ori's gonna go on the ship just in case something happens. Okay.
Okay.
Can this wasp attack things as well? Nice. Nice.
All right. So this, he is blinded.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Who cast? Oh God. I mean, they're trying to find the ship whilst being blinded. So all of their action is going to try and keep up with the ship at this point. So they can't do really anything else. I'm going to say it's a perception check with disadvantage to keep following the sounds of the battle. This one, however, will also float forward. Yeah.
They get to make Constitution saving throws at the end of each round. At the end of each turn, sorry. Just so you know.
That's a 12.
Fail.
So still blinded. As the ship is flying, you see kind of one of them jump off its source sled as it kind of floats to the bottom and below. And as it falls onto the deck of the ship, you see the familiar orange glow coming from the outstretched hands of this wizard as it aims straight at Fennec and Raya.
I will counterspell it. When you say familiar, do you mean like another magic missile?
No, it's a fireball.
Yeah, I counterspell it, 100%.
He is doing it at a 4th level.
I will do it at 3rd level, because that's what I have available. So I need to roll intelligence. Normal. It's gonna be a 20.
Yeah, that absolutely does it. Again, it's almost like you just hear the kind of building up fire, and then he pushes his hands forward, and then nothing. Okay, that's done. Does nothing. Fucking counterspell. All right. This one will also just try and keep up with the ship, which they managed to do so far. This one does not and falls back by quite a lot as the ship flies. So let's say.
Bye now.
Whoosh, and makes a Constitution saving throw. With a 10, still blinded.
Fails.
Raya,
I think I'm frozen.
you're
So-
paralyzed.
I don't think I can do anything.
So it must be.
My go.
Mm-hmm. And you
Do I
get
get
to
to make a
do.
save?
Is the wasp frozen?
The wasp would not be frozen.
So, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'll stay where I am just for now, though. That's not.
All right.
Isn't? Yeah, no. But I can make my saving throw. Is that right?
Yeah, go for it. I think it was it was a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, 24 does it as you kind of shake yourself free. The captain is still trying to pilot the ship at this point. This wizard here will step forward.
Still blinded.
Yeah. Still blinded and thankfully on the ship. Let me just think what he will do. Yeah, he steps forward and just promptly, casts the spell again.
I've used my reaction.
Okay, great.
I can't do anything.
And just disappears suddenly.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, Inkblot.
Not knowing where that guy is. This guy on the ship. This guy's blinded. I am going to. The one on the ship. This one here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Just kind of like tear out sort of sheets of paper from the spell book and just sort of throw them, and they sort of all sort of just start flying towards them.
Mm-hmm.
What am I concentrating on?
Blindness, deafness, maybe? Is that still...
No, not a
Nope.
concentration. It must be something from last session.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
All right.
Wisdom save.
Fails with a 12.
The paper sort of like goes around and starts sort of like battering into it and basically forcing it to the floor prone.
Yeah, he is basically going through his pouch at this point and suddenly just keels over onto the floor of the boat, laughing, cackling.
And then I would like to use my telekinesis to try and push this one 5 feet and try and shove him off his little standy thing.
All right. Yeah.
That is a strength saving throw versus DC. What's my DC? I think it's 17.
All right.
17. Strength save.
Rolls a 5. So yeah, you just kind of gently push this blinded wizard off its sword sled, and you just hear a scream as he falls down towards Sharon below, and you watch the sword sled just kind of stop and float past you.
And I'm going to sort of duck into this ballista and try and hide within it.
All right.
To give me some sort of cover. But that's my turn.
It's a hell of a turn. Fennec.
It's repelling blast time.
Yes.
I'm a little confused. Is this an enemy? Oop,
It is, yeah.
Currently
One
on the floor, prone, laughing.
Okay, that's the one.
Well,
Okay,
covered
cool.
in paper.
Okay. How high up is this ridge here around the boat?
I'm gonna say that at that point, let's say 5 feet for just the sake of mechanics.
Okay, well, I'll go for this one first. Okay, it's Eldritch Blast time.
Mm-hmm. Towards this poisoned poor wizard, and a natural one misses badly. There's a cloud that just whips kind of past you, shielding this figure.
Okay,
You have another
I'll do again.
blast. Mm-hmm. 17 is enough.
Yes.
And we hit. And we do repel.
And 5 points of force damage. yeah, still manages to be alive, but as the blast hits, the damage kind of goes through him, and he manages to hold on, and then just the repel comes through as he's just pushed into a kind of a cloud nearby.
I think this is the first time I've successfully repelled someone to their death.
It
Very
must be a
good.
good feeling. It's like the thing you want to do in every video game is knock someone off an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All
Thanks,
right,
Grab.
Ori.
Oh, forgot about Ori. Let's go, Ori. Fighting time.
Flies
Come,
to
Ori.
the laughing figure.
And bites.
All
You
right.
have seen me cast this before. I don't know if you remember. It might be too late, but
Too late.
if you do any damage, it does get a chance to save.
Ori doesn't know such things,
This is
unfortunately.
I'll tell Ori later.
Yeah, tell Ori later. Catch Ori up with the battle plan, but I guess this is happening now.
100%.
All right. Ori rolls.
Might miss though. No,
19
probably
definitely
not.
hits. And, 6 points
Damage,
of damage.
nice.
Max damage.
Well done, Ori. But this figure will get a wisdom saving throw, I believe it was.
Mhm.
Yep.
17.
And back to me. Back to Fennec.
All right. Makes a 13.
Fails.
Still laughing. All right.
I imagine it's just like this paper that's surrounding is just filled with like dad jokes and just stupid limericks.
Yeah, just reading off of them, just like
Yeah.
reading somebody stand up, and they just keep duplicating. But yeah, can't do anything besides take another wisdom saving throw at the end of its turn, which this time is a 20.
Succeed.
Succeeds. All right. All right. This guy is very far away. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say like that. All right. Raya.
Okay, my wasp has 50. Oh, I can't move my wasp. Has 50 feet of flying speed.
Mm-hmm.
So on the wasp, I would like to fly. Oh, is that person still there? They're gone. No. Yep. I'd like to fly right next to them
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on my wasp and kind of lean over from the wasp with the blade and make two attacks as I swoop in from above.
Mm-hmm. I have a phobia of wasps and bees,
Oh,
so this
no.
is this is like
I'm so
you just-
sorry.
I hear in my head the kind of zzz, and I'm already like sweating bullets. All right.
And
I'm
you,
very
because
sorry.
it's prone, you have advantage on these attack rolls.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
amazing.
true.
Oh no, I've forgotten again. There we go. Oh, oh nope. No,
Oh,
14.
14 hits.
Ah,
These are wizards.
Great.
They are
we
squishy.
are squishy.
Oh.
11.
I wanted to make them non-lethal. I didn't say that, but can I make the second one non-lethal?
Sure. Yeah.
Great.
Kind of cutting through like a lightsaber would through the small amount of armor that this person is wearing. The second attack, 19 definitely hits.
Great. Normal. Oh, and I would like to divine smites
All
as
right.
well,
Mm-hmm.
not non-lethally.
Mm-hmm.
Balderai, she understands. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Where is my? I've lost my divine smite again. Give me a second. There it
That
is.
always gets.
Cool. I'll just do it at first level though. I think. I assume they are not undead.
They are not, but 6 points of extra damage. Just almost being blinded by this light that's constantly erupting from your blade. Anything else?
How much movement did I have? I feel like I think it was about 25, wasn't it? Sorry, I should have counted.
It's 35.
I'd like to fly away a bit.
Yeah.
I'll go just near Nyx.
All right.
Slightly, yeah.
After kind of pummeling away at this prone wizard, can't even do an attack opportunity on you. All right. You see, let's say Fennec. Let me just. Yeah, Fennec, quite close to you. You suddenly hear kind of an incantation, a spell being cast as the wizard that was previously invisible just suddenly appears as it throws off a spell at
And
you.
I cast Counterspell.
At what level?
Third.
This is a 4th level spell, so you have to roll.
I've been waiting for this. I knew they were still here somewhere. Oh no! I'm
7
sorry.
is not enough. The spell does go off.
Is this an attack roll?
You should make a saving throw.
It is not. It's not an attack. Okay, fine. Ooh boy.
Yeah, fails with an 8, definitely. So, you are frightened for now. And you hear these whispers in you. You just hear Craig talking, almost kind of guilting you, blaming you for leaving him to die. All these different kind of versions of him. That's that for now. He's going to walk here and getting just behind that barrel over there.
Trauma.
Inkblot.
Seeing this and cursing myself that I was unable to protect my friends, I am going to. Yeah, I will. What's 30 or? Oh, I can run across this because it's not a thing. I don't want to get too close. Fuck it, I'm going to come right in front of them.
All right.
I'm going to say, I am sick and tired of this. You have stolen from me and you will not steal from me again. And I'm going to Ray of Frost them right in the face. Did that roll? Oh no, there we go. For a 28.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Normal. 8 points of cold damage.
8 points of cold damage. And the spell that Fennec was being held with and was about to do damage also disappears. You're no longer frightened.
And then I would like to take my telekinesis. I don't want to push them, but I want to have a force pressed up against their chest and their neck. Like I just want to hold my hand out, like I'm almost like Jedi, kind of grasping at their neck.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to I'm not going to push. I just want to hold them there and stare them down.
It's an athletics check from this person.
It would be it depends what
Saving
I could
throw?
do. Yeah, it's a strength saving throw to avoid being pushed. But
Yeah.
I just want to hold them in place.
I'm gonna say I'm still gonna be able to try and avoid that. It's an 11.
Of course, perfect. It's more of an effect. It's
Yeah.
okay. Try to scare them, and then that's it. Just stare them down.
Yeah, I'm gonna say as it's trying to cower behind the barrel, you just lift your hand and it kind of force it to stand or him to stand again. All right. Anything else, Inkblot?
That's me.
Fennec, you were for a moment frightened, but no longer.
And now I am full of rage. Eldritch Blast time. To the face. Also, I made Ori bigger. I don't know if you noticed.
All right. I don't know how you did that.
I mean, why have a pseudo dragon if you can't look at it?
Nice.
Yeah, 20 definitely hits.
Great. Repel
Oh, nice.
14 points of damage.
to the face.
I'm gonna say he's gonna make another strength save to try and not topple. And never mind, as you just Jedi force push, this figure takes the damage, and then immediately, it's just almost like a gust of wind. It flies over the edge. Anything else? There's one more enemy currently prone.
Well, I guess I'll shoot them.
All right.
Attack.
I think they get an advantage on their thing or you have disadvantage because they're prone.
If they're prone, yeah,
Yeah,
it's disadvantage.
Roll one more time.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. 9 misses. Just difficult to hit a prone person lying on the floor. All right. Ori.
Ori's turn. I'm gonna bite ya. Oh no, I unselected. Go back. Come on, Ori. We've got some biting to do. Attack. Huh?
8 misses.
With
But you will have
'cause
advantage.
They're prone.
Yeah.
Oh, with advantage. Oh! What?
Yeah, ranged attack is disadvantaged, but a melee, close quarters attack is advantaged because it's literally...
Every day I'm learning.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Okay, here we go. Let's do it again. Come on, Ori.
Oh,
Oh, an 8 also misses. With that... With that, the enchanter does get up, and you see it casting. You see as another spark appears. Small.
doesn't it make it save at the end of its turn?
I think it saved. Let me just check this. I thought it saved.
Oh, had
against
it saved on a previous
I think so.
previous attack.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I apologize then.
You see the spark, and it starts to glow, almost like
Oh,
becoming this
counterspell.
sphere. All right, at which level?
5th level.
At 5th.
5th level.
Um,
I'm having none of this shit today from them.
I'm so into this. We haven't taken one area of effect hit. I'm so into it.
Last time, Inkblot died, and she's like, none of this is happening today.
Amazing.
Yeah, this would have been a 5th level fireball. So, it again grows into this large, almost can't even hold it, and then pushes forward, and then just kind of pushes and stumbles through the air because nothing erupts, nothing comes.
I imagine all the paper that has been they pushed off them and just sort of flies up and starts to almost devour the fireball.
Yeah, at this point, he kind of looks at everybody. You just hear a kind of a low fuck as he runs and jumps over the edge of the ship.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Why has Nyx done nothing in this battle?
So Nyx wasn't, for some reason, in the initiative, and I forgot about her. But let's say that Nyx has been peppering everybody with crossbow arrows, trying to keep them at bay.
Useful.
Also kind of helping the soldiers who are trying to stay fixed on the ship and such. But yeah, I just forgot to add him to the initiative. But with this, the wizard also disappears into the mist cloud below, and without any casualties except for one badly bruised and wounded soldier, you come out of this encounter.
Have we lost the other one then?
Yeah, this one
Oh,
could not catch up, unfortunately.
yes.
Can I go over to the sailor
Mhm.
and I'd like to lay on hands. I'll give them 10 hit points.
Yeah, more than enough. It kind of looks
Okay.
at all as the bruises just kind of disappear, almost like water, or kind of being washed away. The skin returns to a healthy color. Still a little bit limpy, I'd say, but can stand on its 2 legs.
Sorry, you got caught in the middle of that.
No worries. Thank you. He kind of rushes past you to go and secure some of the cargo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You hear from above, from the wheel comes a voice of Aaron. Any more surprises?
Hopefully not.
And you feel the ship kind of stabilize, almost like as if it's been like rocking on heavy waves. It suddenly kind of starts to slow, and you feel another kind of force push up again as the ship starts to go again, gaining altitude through the clouds.
Let us just get out of here as quickly as possible. And you'll see like Inkblot is like drenched in sweat, and she's really shaky. And she stumbles a little bit, and she falls to the staircase and sort of like grabs the banister and just holds herself up.
I'll help as well. I'll support you. Go
Thank
over
you.
to you.
Thank you.
Next to you, you just hear zzz as
Oh,
the
no.
giant wasp just kind of keeps its eyes on the both of you.
I've still been on the wasp through that. I'll dismount from the wasp and give it a little affectionate pat on the head and like scritch under its chin.
Cute.
Thank you for your help. I'll see you soon. And send it. I'll send it off.
Yeah, it just kind of flies off, disappears into the clouds.
Beautiful.
All right.
Oh. Debrief.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Why?
Well, they were here for me again.
Well, you fucked him up good. Don't worry about that.
None of you are
Hmm?
hurt. Are you all okay?
I'm perfectly fine.
Good. Stan. It's Raya.
Mm-hmm. I do a slightly anxious glance around in case anyone heard that. Particularly Aaron, honestly.
Make well, if you're, it depends on you. Either an insight or perception. It depends on if you're looking around generally or you're specifically looking at him.
It would be, if Aaron's the member of House Lyranda, then it would be Aaron that I'm looking at.
Make an insight.
Really. Okay.
With a 19, you can just barely see him, kind of his head over the edge of the wheel above you. And as you kind of glance upward, you definitely see his eyes dart away. So he has heard that. It's unclear. It's still loud. You're on the edge, you know, you're on a ship with
Sure.
clouds rushing past you. But with a 19, definitely keeping an eye on all of you, really, both of you.
Okay.
Inkblot will just sort of like put her head down and never mind. I'm going to go to bed.
I'll
I need
come
to
with
sleep.
you. We could all do with a sleep, I'm sure.
Oh boy, could I do with a sleep.
Inkblot will just wander. Oh,
Where?
find a hammock.
Where are you going?
You just see her and she's just like drained and her shoulders are slumped and she's leaning on the walls and she is bent.
I'm going to gently guide her away from the railing and towards where the beds are. Just be like, this way. Nearly there.
You walk through the busy kind of halls of the ship at this point as the sailors and soldiers are trying to refasten everything and trying to make sure that nothing was broken, nobody got hurt. But yeah, you find your ways into your cabin easily enough. Find some privacy.
What were you going to ask?
For some cognac.
Yeah, sure. I'll get some out and then realise I haven't brought any glasses.
I gotcha.
Oh.
Shape water into the shape of a glass. Hold it steady.
Inkblot will like look at it for a moment and like look at you and just go, thank you. And we'll sort of almost like head first, like just inhale it.
Yeah.
And then like lean back and slump into the hammock and just like lightly swing.
Nice.
Yep.
Are there enough hammocks in here for us all to sleep?
There's exactly 3.
Oh, cute.
There you go.
All right.
Hammock.
You're all taking a long rest.
100%.
All right. Let's take a long rest. Whoever needs to prep spells. Anything else?
God. Yeah.
Can do that. And let's take a quick break as well.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Nice.
into the fold of the kind of fog clouds flying above you. At this point, you've gotten way past Sharn. Somewhere in Breland, probably you're still flying. But the sky has cleared up, and you can see the landscape below, actually. Everything looks quite far and distant from you. Yeah, it depends on where you want to be. If you want to be in your room, if you want to walk out.
I think first thing Inkblot would do is once Raya and Finnick are up. Sorry, I fell asleep so quickly. I hope I did not snore. Well, look, you might not be tired now, but I have been studying the ability to peer into dreams. I thought later this evening, if you would like, we could, I don't know, maybe venture into the dreams of Bebet or of anyone, if there's anyone you'd like to speak to. That is all.
That would be great, Marshall. Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna go see if Aaron needs anything. And
Okay.
I'm gonna wander off and go find Aaron.
Yeah, you find him where you left him. He is still at the wheel, focused and concentrating, staring kind of straight ahead.
So, do you do this the whole time? Do you get a break?
As long as I can, and then yes, we have to stop. The ship doesn't fall once I stop focusing. It's floatwood, so it regains or retains some of its altitude naturally. But yes, I need to rest at some moment.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help the crew, moving things, I can summon some small servants, carry heavy things around the ship. Please, utilize me if you can.
Well, I'm sure we'll use you once we get to Salvation and we need to load and unload things. But right now, I think it's smooth sailing across. Unless more of your enemies show up.
No, no.
Who were those guys?
You know, just wizards. You know, always liking to get into a scrap with other wizards.
Unlikely, but I'll take your word for it.
So this is... I've been on a ship before, but not like this. I've only been on sailing ships. Is it like a... to start with boats and then move to airships? Because they're similar designs. I mean, what was the reasoning behind keeping the same structure for a vehicle that roams the sea, but also the air, because they are very similar.
Well, obviously you have the flying castles as well that people use. Breland has a few of them.
Arcanics has mentioned.
Yeah. I don't know if they have a flying fortress per se, but I think the shape of the ship is just traditional. Yeah, we started off with the water ships and soon enough realized that we could use the elemental force to take to the skies with floatwood.
And I've always wondered, why is it that the heirs are the only ones who can control the air elementals, use the wheels? Could I not learn?
Well, you can obviously try and persuade the elemental bound to the ship to do whatever you wish it to do, but the mark makes it much more easier to retain control over the spirit.
At that moment, her eyes will just widen as like a lightning bolt of an idea comes into her head, and she'll just turn and walk away.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Fennec and Raya, what are you doing?
Let's have a check-in. How you doing, Raya?
I'm pretty okay, I think. It's a bit. I mean, I'm really glad to be going to find rabbits. I feel a bit alarmed having a member of House Lyranda on the ship, because I mean, I don't know. It's like I look at him and I'm like, is that my brother or some, not. I'm not sure, it's not. That's probably not. But
That would
I
be
don't know.
a great turn of events, wouldn't it?
Well, it's
If
the fact I
Aaron-
don't know.
Yeah.
Or like, is this? I don't know. It's all a mystery. So that's a I don't know. Maybe one of the days I'll try and start a friendly chat and get a read on him.
I'm so here for that. Gleaning some
Yeah.
information, working out if he's your cousin.
I mean, yeah, that would be. How old does he look?
Difficult to guess in half-elven terms. He looks to be around maybe 40 if he was human, but that's fairly young for a half-elf, or kind of middle-aged, I suppose, for a half-elf.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this evening we can, bring the cognac, because that always goes down well, and have a good old heart to heart, or attempts to. Anyway.
Yeah, I think he seemed friendlier than Nyx did. But then again, now that Nyx has failed terribly in battle, maybe she'll be more welcome and open to converse with us.
I mean, if you want, we can go and find her again and try again.
Oh, let's do it right now.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
You walk out of your cabin. You find Nyx below decks, currently kind of talking to a bunch of the soldiers. Seemingly, they're kind of talking about setting up a poker game, strangely enough. As you kind of walk up to them, everybody quiets. Nyx walks up to meet the lot of you, the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, need something?
So, what are you just maybe like new to battle, or it's all been like studied from books before, and this is the first time you've actually been in the field, or you just people have days, don't they?
Well, I just reckoned to give you more of a, dealing with the arcane and the magical. I thought you would be better suited for it. If you want to flex, obviously, I'm more than happy to say that you're stronger and superior to me, if that kind of makes you happier.
Oh, no, it doesn't make me happier at all. Definitely not what I came over here to do.
Oh, what was the reason?
What I came over here, thank you for asking. what I came over here to do, young Nix, is to check in and see why you backtracked on all that big chat about looking out for us on the ship and that being your only purpose professionally. Just an interesting kind of smash cut too, isn't it?
I feel like I wounded one of them pretty well.
Which one? Which one did you wound?
The one in the dark cloak.
Oh, the one in the dark cloak.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Do you have a cardinal direction for which one in the dark cloak it was, or no? Are you sure you hit them? I guess it's hard to tell since they're wearing a dark cloak.
Nix, I don't know if this was in the file, obviously, but this is actually, it may feel like this is, you know, bullying or that kind of, but this is actually kind of, it's often how Gooseneck and Sons try to bond with people. So it's actually coming from a sort of affectionate ribbing kind of place, from what I've observed, you know.
Yeah, well, I was
Curiosity.
sent here to also give more information to the file. Obviously, I'm here to observe as much as to help you. One of the
You observe, are you? Oh, that's a new development.
one
Here
of
to
the
observe, not here to do.
one of the questions she just tries to ignore Fennec. One of the questions that my superiors had was, well, so few allies, and I think I can
Matter
give
of
an
opinion.
answer to that. So thank you for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are all your close friends and family?
You're right; they are dead.
And so are ours. Congratulations. I hope being right feels good.
Well, if there's anything else specific that I could do for you, let me know.
No, I think we've realized that you're actually completely useless. So I don't think there is anything else that you can do for me in particular. But you know, next time I want a dagger thrown at nobody, maybe I'll come and chat to you. I didn't mean to do this, but I stand by it.
Again, like I'd make a note of this. Like this is an affectionate attempt at bonding. So
Yeah, make sure you write down how little you did. Bye now.
She turns away from you, and kind of stomps down the ship. You hear her going up the stairs loudly. You've definitely pissed her off.
She pissed me off. Interesting how a mechanical thing can become story now.
That's
Didn't
D&D.
go well. Didn't go well. But on the plus side, I don't think we need her.
I mean, sure. I think allies are always good, but I mean, you know, sometimes having that kind of back and forth with someone at first can, you know, I don't know.
Can what?
I don't know. Yeah, you know, lead to connection. It's not, you know. That's all. I don't have another point. That's it.
Great, let's come up with something else to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted, Barnaby.
At this point, Inkblot just sort of like runs up to you both. Fennec. Right. Okay. So you know how from time to time you summon the elementals from various planes of existence.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So how long can they remain on this plane? How long do you keep them here?
An hour.
This is fantastic news. Okay. So I think I know how we can apprehend an airship. If we wanted our own, if we wanted to control it without House Lyranda, I think I know how to do it.
Okay.
I cannot do it now.
Okay.
But through study and practice, I think eventually I could do what Aaron is doing.
That's awesome. And
Perhaps
also,
better.
okay, go on.
No, because rather than convince her, they have to convince the air elementals to do what they want.
Uh-huh.
If I'm correct, I can bind an elemental to do whatever I want for as long as I want.
For longer than an hour.
For longer than an hour.
Oh.
How? Raya said how. I don't know if you heard her.
Oh, sorry. I was
did.
lost in thought. Well, I haven't studied all of the magics myself, and I think it's still a little bit out of my capability. But if you were to summon an elemental into a special circle, a circle that it could not leave from, keeping it in one place, or if you were in control of it for an entire hour, I could bind it to this plane so it would not go back to where it was from. And when I bind it, I also form a link to it and I can control it. To begin with, only for a day, but eventually a year, more, a lifetime.
Okay. Well, that sounds very promising. A little, theoretical at the moment.
Well,
but
I'll do tests, I'll do practices. This is very exciting.
very exciting.
We could have an airship without any involvement by House Lyranda.
That would be great. Because this isn't, going so well.
No. Well, I might have offended Aaron. I'm not quite sure. I got very excited and I just left midway through a conversation. But
Oh, don't worry. We've definitely offended Nyx.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So the general what is the word? Perception of Gooseneck and Son still stands. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some studying to do, and she'll just run off.
All right.
What do you want to do now, Stan? What adventures do you want to have in the breach?
Well, Stan is dead. So I don't think Stan's going to be doing very much.
Okay. I'm sorry I miss my dead friend, and sometimes my tongue slips.
You're right. I'm sorry I had attitude with that. It's I don't know.
Your head wink.
At this point, you hear footsteps coming down, and you see Aaron walking up to you. Just no alarm, just letting you know I'm going to be taking a short rest, so the ship will stop for a moment. Should be going again in 2 hours or so, I would say.
Okay.
Sure.
Walks past you.
2 hours?
Yes. Just I need a little bit of a rest.
Okay. A short rest.
Yes, we pilots have a way of dealing with the strenuous activity, which is the flying of this ship, especially if I'm flying one-handed, so to speak, without another pilot.
Oh, you know what? Inkblot's real keen to learn if you need another set of hands.
Well, I unfortunately can't allow that. It's obviously a trade secret.
Right. Yes. Well, please enjoy your rest. We'll just take in the view, shall we?
Of course. Enjoy yourselves. Hello.
It'll be nice to, just Aaron, it'll be nice to catch up at some point, get to know each other a little better. We were thinking, make the journey a little bit more pleasant.
Sure, I'm intrigued as to your past, and I'm sure you have a lot of adventures.
Great. Well, rest well.
With that, he walks back up the stairs.
So just see, when I usually take a short rest, It's usually only for an hour. I'm just wondering, is he slacking off a little bit? It just feels like the people we've been saddled with are both kind of like incompetent and lazy.
You know, there's lots of context around why people, you know, might not have their best foot forward every day. I think
I don't really get it because, like, me and you, we're always best foot forward.
Of course. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Not everyone's as great as we are, you know?
And what's the second bit of that? What's the implication?
And, you know, we need to accept that and be supportive of that. Well, not like, I don't know. I don't think I've done enough praying recently. Maybe I'll go pray on it.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Sure.
Let's go pray together.
Yes. Brilliant.
All right.
What fun of you? You're very...
No, I'm just loving it. I think it's great. I'm really enjoying just watching.
Okay.
My ink blot studies.
So I will say, during the course of the journey, you know, there's 90 odd hours to go. If there's, what do you wish to do during this time? It can be any kind of a downtime activity. It can be studying something. If you want to like cut to a moment, 10 hours, we all meet and we do this, anything. Or we can just flash forward to salvation. Flash forward to salvation.
Yeah. Right.
I think like drinks with Aaron would be a thing to try and
Yeah.
at some point would be on the list.
Mm-hmm.
There's Dream, if anyone wants to use it to speak to anyone.
Let's just make a list of how many nights do we have? We can check in on everyone.
Well,
Yes.
I can. If we don't do anything else, I can cast it twice a day.
Okay. Twice a day.
Twice a day. I'm gonna say lucky.
3 times actually, with a bit of a rest in between.
Ooh.
Okay. Mott Mateus is just, oh no.
That's potentially 9 people we could enter their dreams.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what was that guy called who we met that one time?
Yeah. That shopkeeper? Yeah.
Oh, the worm
sold us the
guy.
herbs.
A worm guy.
I want to see his dreams.
Let's see. And you could create like a nightmare wormscape for him, you know? You
Mhm.
could do something bespoke.
And then he could take 3d6 psychic damage.
What a fun trip.
Just killing 9 people through dream spells.
Can I scry lucky?
Sure. Yeah, you can certainly try.
Well, I'm gonna do it.
All right. Let me get lucky.
I want to tell Lucky we're finally got an airship and he's not around.
Well, scrying, you can't really tell them things.
No, I know, Mott Mateus. I'm a very adept warlock. This is the type of thing I know. Can you imagine? Anyway. Are you ready?
Go ahead and cast it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't on it yet, so I just need to get to it.
She asks me if I'm ready.
Let's go. Scry. Get out my old crystal ball.
All right. You're familiar with the target, obviously.
I think I own stuff of Lucky's too. What did he give me?
I don't know if there's anything specific. Let me just...
I feel like we probably would have something though, wouldn't we?
The Ring of Protection, maybe? because he had that for a long time.
All right. So you focus on the familiarity of Lucky, what
Okay.
you know of him, everything you remember, all the deeds you've gone through and done together. 1 second as I pull this up. Oh, Lucky. Where is Lucky?
Lucky, lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky. In a lucky world.
Is that your that's your chant as you try and reach out to them?
Lucky, lucky, lucky. Must be lucky. Just being lucky. Dead on a pile of robots.
Wow.
1 second, I'm just trying to find the place. God damn it.
Lucky, lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Yeah, difficult to pin him down. So you focus on Lucky. You kind of look through the crystal ball. Obviously, the fog again, kind of going everywhere around you until you just see static, basically, and you walk forward, trying to find this friend of yours. Looking down, you see suddenly the ground become very kind of a black onyx almost. And soon you see ripples on it, and you realize it's not ground you're walking on, it's a very dark water. And you look forward and you see the fog kind of part a little bit, and you see that you are walking on a large lake, a lake of very dark, pitch black water. And as you step forward, it's like you're taking, hundreds of feet with every step, until you find Lucky, who is walking on the coast of this lake. You see a town that's kind of probably he's just left it. Maybe a mile away, there's a kind of an outskirt of a small town. You see mountains at the far end of the kind of horizon. He seems to just be on some kind of a mission around this Lake Dark, which is what this place is known as.
How does he look? Does he look well? Does he look a bit shabby? What's the energy?
So you actually notice that he is wearing kind of Brellish clothing. There's a kind of a high-end, almost like a glamour weave, possibly, cloak on him that's kind of this darkish green on him. But he looks quite polished for Warforged. Quite good. Not wounded or damaged in any way. If anything, he looks like almost having stepped off of a party or of some kind.
Well, I guess my eyes will roll back into my head and I'll say, good for him, I guess.
All right. That's Lucky done. Anything else?
More to go.
Only 9 dreams and 1 awkward social interaction to go.
Yeah.
If it's of an evening, nearing bedtime,
Mm-hmm.
did anybody...
Thanks. What about like Moab or something? Should we check in dream-wise and be like, if you snitch, you're dead?
I feel like a threat might not. I felt like we had a real ally there.
I was
Oh,
kidding.
Oh.
Your faces, the silence. What are you talking about?
You know the whole whole wild card thing. I mean, that's
Just
sometimes even for
doing it.
us, you know.
I'm not a wild card. I'm so steady, it's ridiculous.
So do we want to speak to Moab? And
I'm not fussed, really.
no, okay.
How about we speak to Bebbit? Did that work that time?
I don't know. Did we try it?
I don't think we have tried it.
We
But
may as well.
I can
yeah.
send you to his dreams if at this time he is also there.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I will set Finnick down and I'll open up the book between us and open it up to a blank page and put my hands on it, and the page should start to almost like ripple a little bit. And I'll invite Finnick to put his hands on the book. I'm going to put you to sleep. And then as long as he is available, you will go to him. You can shape the dream as you see fit. If he's awake, it is up to you if you'd like to come out of this trance early or wait until he does. But that is up to you.
Okay.
I'll reach a hand out and sort of just make eye contact with Finnick. And then I'll reach and touch her forehead and I'll cast Dream. His forehead. Apologies.
So let me just quickly actually check this.
Talk amongst yourselves.
This is an interesting point. I have to.
Raya, who would you like to go to a dream with? Would you like to see Ash?
I mean, I had thought if there's the time, it might be good to just, you know, just to sort of see how it's going, if he's made it there okay.
Of course.
Things.
With Dream, you can set the scene however you see fit.
Can you? 'Cause I don't know. Obviously, I've done it once with when I spoke to my father, and it felt like a lot of the changes in the dream. Maybe it's because it was a difficult conversation. It felt like a lot of them weren't like conscious. It was more like the feelings happened, and then, you know, we were both upset, and then we looked, and then there was this huge wave about to crash on us. And I don't know. I guess just as a heads up, it seems like the dream world is kind of complicated.
I suppose it was my first time casting the spell. Perhaps I got some of the sigils wrong, the incantations, or perhaps, as you said, it was a time full of emotion and turmoil, that perhaps your subconscious dictated the landscape, not yourself.
That's my theory, but you obviously know much, much more than I do about any of this.
Well, I've never been there myself. So in a way, you're the expert.
Is there anyone you want to talk to? Cool.
I want to make sure she's okay.
Just reach a little hand out and just give Ink's arm a little squeeze and not say anything.
Finnick, as you enter the trance of the sleep spell, you walk through the kind of dreamlike landscape. Whatever you wish to see is provided to you, basically.
I would like to see the reed beds where I was raised as a young hobgoblin.
Mm-hmm. You see that? You hear the kind of the very gentle whispering of reed against reed, as well as you walk through this landscape.
And seagulls. I hear seagulls.
Mm-hmm. Distant seagulls, as well as you reach the edge of the water, you feel like whoever you were trying to contact, Bebert, should be here. This is the spot. But you look around, you don't see anybody.
Oh no. I startle up from my dream.
That was... No, that was too quick. Is everything all right?
He's not there. He's not sleeping. He's not. I hope this doesn't mean anything. I hope things couldn't have changed in this time, could they? I need to scry.
Absolutely.
I scry.
All right. You scry on Bebert, I presume.
I fall back. Yes.
Just... Oh yeah, okay. He definitely fails this. Again, you go into your static mist before encountering the cavern for the third time, I think. You see Bebert looking upward, frozen, frightened. As you look at him, I mean, his eyes are open, and he is staring straight up at this creature, whatever this thing is, above. You hear the rumbling still as the creature breathes heavily and slowly. Make well, you're checking. Make a medicine check if you want to kind of look if he's worse, if he's like.
I have a question. So saving face, is it who you can physically see as an ally?
Yes.
Or okay. So if I can see Bebet, that's 1 point for me.
It's true. Technically.
Thanks.
Nice. Oh.
So with a 3, correct?
I'm not going to add anything to that.
So with a 2, he looks as you know, as always. He looks completely fine. Like it's kind of surprising that he doesn't look bad. Like he should look, you know, at least you know, I mean, very famished somehow, some toppling over, some sort of exhaustion, but there's nothing like that.
Okay, come back out. Oh, thank goodness. No, everything's fine. It must just be the magic of some kind. He's okay. He's okay. We're going to get there in time.
Right.
Because if we don't, who knows what will happen
We will.
to my sense of self and my willingness to continue on this journey.
We will get there.
I say to myself and nobody else.
All right.
D&D.
Anything else you wish to achieve during the 90 hours?
Who is that, me or Ella?
Azella.
Okay. I was like, it looks like
Yeah, I'd like to talk to Ash in a dream.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
And after all this, I reopen my spell book, find another page, place your hands. There's a lovely bistro on the Morgrave grounds. I think it would be perfect. Check your tablecloths. Nice. The stuff. Just an idea. Okay, I'll touch her forehead.
All right. What does the dream look like as you walk through it towards Ash?
I think like a forest in kind of LD reaches, but kind of not kind of thick and dark like the area they went into before, but trees slightly more spacious, very green, sunlight dappling through. And as well as Stan walks through, like within the dream, she is not a halfling. She is a half elf with red hair. Looks as she did before she died.
Mm-hmm. Underneath one of those trees, you see, with the hat on his eyes, is a sleeping Ash. But he strangely kind of wakes, or like almost like notices your presence as you walk closer, and kind of stands up, looks at you, and kind of goes, "Oh, hell, I wasn't expecting anybody."
Sorry. Is it okay? I mean, I'm kind of already in your dream, but I can go. Don't mean to just appear in your head. That's
No, it's
Do
fine. I
I'm
feel like
not-
there's some sort of a joke that I can make about dreams and you being in them, but I'm gonna skip all of those. I'm just
probably-
having just a shut eye. But,
Oh, how are you? You look. I mean, you look good. I mean, you look not. I was gonna say not injured, but obviously we're in a dream. So. Oh, look, there's a tree. And then this tree in the dream, like, just kind of comes closer. It's a bit weird shaped tree. Like,
yeah, definitely a sight, I guess. I'm good. I'm trying to do the job. I have to say, it's fine. I've been took on this identity. I still got some allies in different parts of the world. They think me I'm a young heir of the house.
oh wow. I mean, that's impressive. Like, how do you fake that? That's very impressive.
Well, it's powerful magic, I guess. But I don't know. Things have changed a little bit in the last couple of days. I feel like as I walk through the Stormhome halls, I feel watched. I feel surveyed. Some sense is kicking off in my head that I'm in danger. Maybe my cover's blown.
I mean, if you think that, I don't. Maybe you need to get out. I don't know much about them, but they're just. I gather that they're so dangerous. I really.
Well, I don't want to alarm anybody to my real identity. I don't want to make a hasty retreat.
Sure.
I've just recently heard of something that they keep in the basement, in the cellars where they have their workshop, their laboratory.
When you say they, is that the house more generally, or is it? I don't know. Have you encountered? I always say his name wrong, but I might keep doing it because I think I probably don't like him too much. Calendon?
Yeah, old man. He's got a nickname. They just call him the Kraken. He's kind of a nasty piece of work, really.
Have you met him?
In passing. But I'm trying to get in with him. Try to get down there to the workshop. At first I thought the way they talk about it, the way I hear what they're saying, it's almost like they got something like a beast or some kind of a creature in there, something trapped, something that they're trying to take care of. And then obviously there's all this talk about the marks not working.
Oh, I haven't heard any of that. What's
Well,
that?
the way they describe it is it's like there's a disconnect between the elementals and the things they talk to through their mark, as if the connection is becoming weaker, not working properly. They're having trouble controlling their elementals.
Do they have any theories as to why that is?
I reckon they do, but they haven't told the lower classes, so to speak. I don't know. It's a hive of intrigue. I feel right at home, really.
Okay, that's great. That's all so interesting and confusing. I don't understand at all. Have you got any impression of? Are you in with one particular faction within the house? Because I gather that not everyone is a big fan of Kalinden, and there's kinds of battles for power going on.
Let me just quickly look this up. 1 second.
Sorry.
It's alright. There we go. Okay, found it. Yeah, so I definitely get a sense that the house is kind of splintered in half. Kalinden seems to be more of the rebellious kind, whatever the branch is that is actively trying to splinter off from the house. He is an extremist. He is calling for extreme measures. They're hunting somebody, and Kalinden wants them found as fast as yeah.
Oh, I could be wrong, but I think that's maybe me, or my mother, who is dead. So good luck there. But
well, then I would keep I don't know, to the sparrow as much as possible. Try not to yonder too far.
So, I mean, I expect you'll hear this anyway. We have actually just told them that's Stanley Bold, who is dead, obviously, was the heir. So, I don't know how long that'll take to filter through to where you're at, but there might be I don't know how they're going to react. I'd be interested to hear, but that might cause some ripples. I'm kind of hoping.
All right. Good information to. He kind of looks over his shoulder. And he looks back. Something's waking me. I just want to say something that did occur to me. When you died, just thinking of the timelines here. When they said this trouble with their mark started, I feel like it was just around the time that you changed bodies. But that's not what I want to say. Look, and she kind of he reaches forward and kind of takes both of your shoulders. And the dream ends.
How dare you!
And that's where we're going to end today's session.
How absolutely dare you, Mum? This has gone mad with power and it's not okay.
That was amazing. It hurt, but it was in the best way.
Great.
I ship this so hard.
All right. Well.
Great.
Interesting.
We'll see where these things lead us. Until the next time.
Until next time. That was great.